Welcome to the Saturday preview show here on PLZ Soccer's YouTube channel. I'm Kerry Pollock, joined with Tam and Ruffy as always. Let's get right into it. Today, first up, we've got Celtic and Hibs. Let's start with Hibs then. Tam, Nick Montgomery's had 5 league games in charge, but they've conceded 10 goals in that time. What's the problem at the back, do you think?
I just don't think the defence is good enough, to be honest, Kerry. I think that the goalkeeper's been suspect as well this season, David Marshall. I think this will probably be his last season. He needs to get better quality in January. He needs a goalkeeper to either push David Marshall or take his place, and he needs a couple of centre-halves as well. So I don't think whatever formation he plays, whether it's 3 at the back, 4 at the back, 5 at the back, it's going to matter. I just don't think they're good enough defensively, and they couldn't come up against a harder opposition today in Celtic. So it'll be interesting to see. He played 4-4-2 at Ibrox last week, which I was all for. I don't think he'll play 4-4-2 today. If he does, it could be a bit of a skeleton, unfortunately, for Hibs.
Yeah, well, Ruffy, they came up against the Celtic side who had a fantastic first half against Atletico Madrid. He's had the same starting 11 for the last 3 games. Is this his team we're starting to see now, Brendan Rodgers?
Yeah, I think we are. Obviously, there are other players will come in and make a wee difference here and there. Abada's still to come in. You know, I think there other players do think they should be in the first team, but Tam's right. If Celtic put in that first half performance against Hibs the way they played last week, there's only going to be one winner. But he'll have to come up with something different. You know, he can't play that many attacking players in the Hibs side because it'll just be a recipe for disaster.
What are we going for?
I think I went Celtic 2-0.
2-0?
3-1 to Celtic.
3-1 Celtic. OK, Livingston and Dundee. Big chance for Livy to get into the top 6 because in the run-up they have they're away to Hearts, away to Dundee, and then they're home to Rangers. That's a tough run of games coming up, Tam.
It is, and they're bobbling away. I think Livingston, it's very, very tight in there, Kerry. I think that from 4th or to 11th there's maybe 3 or 4 points. There's not a lot in it between the teams. Dundee, I spoke to the assistant manager during the week there. They're desperate for a goal scorer. They had a lot of opportunities against Ross County. They can't find the back of the net. They're solid defensively. I don't see a lot of goals in this game, to be honest. I think both have struggled in front of goal, but I think Livingston might win it narrowly, unfortunately, from old club Dundee. So I'm going to go for 1-0 to Livingston.
Oh, just 1-0, right? OK, Ruffy, Dundee's Tam was saying there, they're goalless in 4 weeks. Is that a big worry?
Yeah, it is. You know, obviously a couple of these strikers have been injured and some have come back. I said about Zach Rudden, who we had at Partick Thistle, consistently doesn't score enough goals. You know, his work rate is very, very good, but they need to get somebody in there because we all know if you've not got a striker scoring goals, you're going to end up in the bottom of that league, and I think that's where they are. I think Livingston at home against the teams like Dundee should be thinking of winning their games. So I think I went for Livingston to win this one 2-1.
2-1, right, OK, that brings us to Motherwell and Ross County. 4 defeats on the bounce for Motherwell, Tam. What's happened? They were so close to Celtic and then they've just fell away in recent weeks.
They have. I think it's possibly that you're in there interviewing Stuart Kettley every week. You're an absolute Jonah. But apart from that, I think they've had a tough run of games. They were on a good run. They played Celtic Rangers back to back and they've lost them, and then they've not really covered from that. This is an opportunity, obviously, to get some points on the board, but it's going to be a tough game. They need to start getting some points on the board, but I think this will be a draw. I'm going to go for 1 each.
All right, OK. Ruffy, Ross County, they've not scored that many goals so far yet this season. For Liam Kelly's point of view as a goalkeeper, how did you prepare for the games that you thought I might not be as busy as what they might hope I am?
Yeah, well, the good goalkeepers are the ones that aren't busy and they make that big save. You know, we've seen it week in, week out, you know, when you're not under pressure. That's why the Rangers and Celtic goalkeepers aren't called on very often and then they have to make a save. So, no, I think he's in another good season. I've said this all along, the likes of Motherwell and St Mirren will have a good part of the season. These two have had a good start to the season. They will have a slump. But I think Motherwell will get out of this one tomorrow. I think Motherwell will win 2-1.
2-1, right, OK. St Mirren and St Johnstone, the battle of the Saints. Is this a positive time for St Mirren this season, Ruffy, because most of their team was there last season and they've just had to make a few tweaks?
Yeah, I think so. Consistency, what it's all about with them. They know they'll be coming up a team, St Johnstone, who can't buy a goal. You know, the most St Johnstone are going to get out of this game is a goal. I don't know who's going to come up with it, but they've got to start scoring sometimes. But I just think St Mirren at home have been really impressive this year. So I think I'm sticking my neck out here and going for St Mirren to win 2-1.
St Mirren 2-1, Tam, 3 goals.
Sticking your neck out, they're third in the league.
3 goals.
Against bottom. Sorry.
Well, that's
He's really sticking his neck out there.
Yep, going for it. 3 goals so far this season. Is Stephen McLean's time limited? Is he on thin ice?
He is, I think. I don't see him getting anything out of this game either. I think St Mirren at home are strong. St Johnstone's really struggling to score goals. be really strong on a St Mirren win here actually, and I'm going to go for. I think they'll win emphatically. I'm going to go for 3-0 at St Mirren.
3-0, right? Okay. Tomorrow we have Kilmarnock against Aberdeen.
You're lying in this prediction table.
I need to catch you, didn't I? I need to catch you because you just go safe every week with 1 eaches and 2-0s.
Points.
Well.
Tactics, right? Okay. Tomorrow we have Kilmarnock and Aberdeen. Aberdeen dealt with a hammer blow in their European tie. Have you ever been in a game, Ruffy, where there's been a decision that's been that bad? It's either gone your way or against you.
Which one are you talking about? The Aberdeen one?
Yes.
I thought the boy played for it.
All right. Okay. Fair
I
enough.
think it was that outrageous. I don't know.
You didn't think the Aberdeen was a penalty?
I think he touched him, but I think the boy went down very, very easily.
Come on, Ruffy, it's a penalty. Ruffy.
No, too many players diving there going for a penalty.
It's a clear penalty, Ruffy.
No, it's not.
Okay. Fair enough.
Sure hates Aberdeen.
Sam, you disagree, obviously.
I do. I thought it was a slow mo.
He's a striker. He's diving about all other places.
I thought it was a penalty. You're talking about bad decisions. I was just actually thinking about it there.
Yep.
I was playing for Hibs against Celtic at Parkhead. We went 2-0 down after 10 minutes. John Hartson scored 2 goals. I pulled a goal back from a goalkeeping error from Javier Sanchez Broto, Spanish goalkeeper. I then scored a goal which was at least 4 yards onside, and the referee the linesman chopped it off for offside. I then scored a 25-yarder to go 2 each, and then Johan Mialbe scored in the 97th minute. We could beat 3-2. So I would have joined an elite list of players that scored a hat-trick at Celtic Park if that linesman could actually see properly.
Yeah. What could
And
have
there was no VAR. It was
And
their defence ran out, I ran in. I looked at miles off,
Wow.
and I finished it. And I looked at the replay, and I was at least 4 yards onside. So,
Oh well.
not that I'm bitter about it, and I don't talk about it every week. That I did a hat trick at Celtic Park, but that was a bad decision. I can't mind the guy's name, but if I ever bump into him, he's getting butted.
Wow. Right, okay. Kilmarnock have Gary Mackay-Steven as a free agent training with them. Ruffy, could he be a good addition to their
Yeah,
side?
I like him. I think Kilmarnock have struggled a wee bit since wee Burkie is retired. You know, an out-and-out winger, somebody can take people on. He can do that. He's got a trick as well, and he can score goals. So, it'll be interesting if he throws them in. But I think with the encouragement of winning last week, you know, I think they'll go into this game buoyant. But I don't think they'll be that good because I was relatively impressed with Aberdeen at some stages. Not with the goals they lost, but I think they'll be good enough to go there and get 1 each.
He just said
I
that.
thought
He just
he
said,
was going to be up and down there.
he
wasn't
just
I?
said that
I
wee
thought you
Burkie retired. Wee Burkie retired about 17 years ago, by the way.
Wasn't sure
He
who
did.
you were talking about.
Alec Burke, or you talking about the other Burkie, Chris Burke, right? I thought you were talking about Alec Burke. Remember we Alec Burke? Anyway.
Right, what are you going for? Kelly at home.
1 each.
1 each. Okay, then finally we have Rangers against Hearts. Philippe Clement says it's far too early to be making decisions about who is a certain starting 11. Do you agree? He's giving people time?
Yeah, I think he's giving them all a run. He's giving them a run to have a look at them. I think that defensively they look pretty solid. 2 clean sheets they've had. I don't know how they got one the other night against Sparta Prague, but they got one and they got a good point, and that breeds confidence amongst the defenders. So at home against Hearts, you would expect Rangers to win, but I don't think Hearts will make it easy for them.
No.
But I'm going to go for a comfortable 2-0 Rangers win.
All right, okay.
Probably be somewhere along the lines that Ruffy's going to say.
Well, I was going to ask Ruffy, is Naismith on thin ice? Do you feel?
Tom thinks so. You know, and,
Who said that?
We'll get his
said
opinion in a
a couple of
minute.
weeks. I think some of the support think so as well.
Yes,
He's got to start getting results. You know, we've seen, you know, what like supporters have and things aren't going their way. So going to Ibrox and getting a point would be a start. But the way they defended last week, I can't see it either.
No.
2-0. Rangers.
2-0 as well. Right, that brings us to our favourite part. It was a draw last week, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Right, okay.
You showed Ruffy the answers.
I should
We
have
need
the
to, we need
answers.
to, can it be at the end of the question?
Just shout it, I think, Kerry.
Right, okay, we'll just shout
You only
it.
shout it once.
If you shout it once, you get it wrong, the other person's got an adequate amount of time
Okay.
to get the answer.
Right, making your own rules up. Okay, right, number 1. Who opened the scoring for Celtic on Wednesday?
Kyogo.
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 Is that Kyogo's brother? That should be half a point.
He kind of fixed it.
Absolutely
He did.
butchered his
No one
name
will
there.
get it.
Horrific.
Right. Who is the St Mirren captain?
Marco Hara.
Correct. 1 each. What animal is the Hearts mascot?
A dog.
That is a dog. Jock the Jambo.
Jock the Jumbo.
Right, you've obviously, he's no way he's got that.
Ah, he's a wee terrier thing.
Yes.
The Hearts mascot's a dog.
A wee terrier. See that wee terrier, but do you see that?
1 year. Right, okay. 2-1, Ruffy. Who was promoted from the Championship last season?
Dundee.
As the decider. Coming up. Right, okay. Who is the most recently appointed manager?
Come on.
Who?
He said Clement. He said, come on, shut up, right, go.
That's the right answer.
No way he's guessed it. No way he's guessed it.
You were going to say Hibs guy, weren't you?
I didn't even get half the question.
The question was, who's the most recently appointed manager in the Premiership? The answer is
Oh
Philippe
my
Clement.
God, he's just absolutely guessed
Well,
it.
he is taking
You've shown him the answers, Kerry. There's no way he's got that. And the Doug.
the dog. Right, we'll make it easier next week for you then. Ruffy takes the win this week. We'll be back next week with some more Premiership action and some more quiz to look forward to. We'll see you then.